What's up, guys? This is the Boomcast, motherfuckers, and you guys are the Boomcasters. It's your boy Kamish with.
San Antonio Orbits, Jay.
Hey Jay, what's up? How you do, my boy? How was your day?
Chilling, chilling, per usual.
That's what's up. What's up, BT fucking B? How are y'all doing today? It's been a long weekend since we've had our last show. So, we got to fill you in with the news, the updates, our power rankings, dumbass of the week. I should make that a thing. Dumbass of the week.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Man, ooh, I feel like things will get spicy there. So, thank you guys for jumping in on the show. We definitely missed y'all. I know you missed us, hopefully. We just want to, give you guys the daily updates, what's going on. Just shoot the shit with each other and just have a good time. That's what we're here for, right? I mean, I'm sure. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Sadly, no one wanted to be a guest star. I tried to reach out for David. He said find someone else. None of y'all niggas wanted to join. Sad. Hopefully you guys will join. Maybe Kari might join. Said he might, but who knows? Who the fuck knows? But you know what? At the end of the day, me and Jay got you guys with the news. We got you guys with the shit. We got you guys with everything y'all need to be filled in with. Now, with that being said, we had three advances since we last had a goddamn a show, pretty much. So we had
Man, it
3 weeks
really has
of
been.
games. Yeah, it's been a long time. I feel like it's been a very very long time. And then we had a short advance due to our new scheduling rule. Did you guys like that? I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I do. I really do, because it cuts down on a lot of the waiting and the inactivity.
Yeah. So you guys remember, schedule your shit 24 hours within the first 24 hours. It can be the next day too. It doesn't have to be within that 24 hours. Just set a time. Man, Eurostep, man, next time we just do a show that's not on a Tuesday, man, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna keep you to that. Get ski on this. I wouldn't mind. I said, hey, who wants to be a guest star? I need some people to step up. So if you guys want to be
Yeah,
on here.
I think I'd love to have Ski on here. I think he'll have some great takes.
Oh, most definitely, man. The dude works in the NFL, works in the NFL team. He'll definitely have good takes and good scouting. Maybe you might even find out, who your op, how they play. We might get you some insider, might give you that daily Madden tip. But who knows? Who fucking knows? So, going into the recaps, we're gonna go over our first game. This was back in week 5. And man, this is the divisional game. We're going with the Austin Aviators against the Oakland Condors. Two teams we're very high on here in this podcast. Two teams that we feel like they're going to make it to the playoffs and duke it out. And I even feel like the Aviators can make a Super Bowl run. They were one game away last year. I feel like they can do better this year. So looking into that game, Trevor Lawrence, 10 for 15, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. Casual day for Trevor, just doing his thing. Travis Etienne Jr., 13 carries, 78 yards, 1 touchdown. Christian Kirk with 5 wrecks, 133 yards and 1 touchdown. That man can't be stopped. He was our player of the week last show. So, dude's a monster, man. What can I tell you? And then we have Quinion Mitchell, 1 tackle, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. Defense is doing its thing. CJ Stroud was not playing Stroudy, my boy. It's feeling like it is in real life with the whole concussion and shit. Don't get me started there. Texans for
Oh, four
life.
interceptions. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, man. 16 for 27, 236 yards, only 1 tutty. Man, I will say that Aviators defense, and you guys will see what I mean by this Aviator defense, can whoop ass. You have Hunter on the edge. You have Trevor Walker on the edge. It's just, he doesn't have Aaron Donald anymore. Sadly, he had him still here in this game. But man, when I'm telling you, if you can't he won't let you get your offense going, dude. You can't run it, try to fucking even pass the ball. Tank Dell had a decent game though, 5 racks, 100 yards. Looks like that's pretty much all he was throwing it to. Again, like I told you with the Condors, if his running game don't go, he don't go, and it happened. 17 carries, 65 yards. What do you think about this, Jay? What's your take on this?
I mean, it's true. If you can't get your run game going, because you need to be able to have that, so where they can kind of, I guess you could say, go away from that safety valve if you can't throw. You know what I mean? So pretty much, if you can't throw, you're kind of stuck trying to run the ball, and if you can't run the ball, that's kind of your bread and butter right there. Then you're not gonna get really anything done.
which is true. And I think David just caught my attention on something, and I didn't recognize this. Damn, Aviators, man. I think he got a suspension coming up, bro. He
Huh?
threw 169 yards, and 133 of those yards went to Christian Kirk. Make it make sense, my boy. Five. Well, dang.
No, he was still really even though.
Yeah, yeah.
Five,
Just
four.
I think that's just all who was open. So I don't think. Nah. We'll look into that. David, thank you for keeping an eye on that one. Um, but yeah.
I mean,
Look.
realistically, he only had 10 completions, so he wasn't really couldn't throw that much.
Yo, Condors, man. I'm sorry, dude. You're a divisional rival. I gotta give out that leak information, dude. Just gotta give it out, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Moving on to game number 2, we have the Chicago Black Knights against the San Antonio Orbits. I know you
Oh,
know
come
that.
on, dog.
This is a big game, a big divisional game between two playoff teams, man. Playoff caliber teams, 28-24. Take me through this, man. You lived through this. Take me through it.
Um, I'm honestly it was a couple weeks ago. I'm trying to remember how it went. Oh, okay, I remember now. All right. So honestly, I beat myself up on this one because like dude's a great user. Like the way he plays and the way he runs his offense, the way he runs his team, he's a good player. But it really bugs me that I feel like, everyone always says they feel like they should have won,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I should have won. I outperformed him in the air game. I outperformed him in the run game. I pretty much outperformed him had I not had the two interceptions that I
What you mean
threw.
by outperform on the pass game? Because I see you have 2 picks compared to his one. Now I get it, you got a tutty, but
I got a touchdown. I threw more yards. Like I had.
I mean those two interceptions though. That's crucial. That's one that you
That's what
shouldn't have thrown.
I literally said. If it wasn't for
I
my
know, I
interceptions,
know, I know.
those were personal mistakes on my part. And then if I remember correctly, one of them was Tua turned the ball over. I just threw it. He overthrew it, and he caught a pick, and it was kind of gone from there. But and I always say like, however many interceptions I have, half of them are, I will admit, they're my fault. But sometimes I'm fighting Tua on his accuracy. Like he can have a high enough accuracy because I mean his short is 98. But
Man,
sometimes it's just the pressure or whatever. He's just not gonna be able to get it off, or he'll just something will happen. He'll overthrow it.
I figured for having Tua for so long, he'd be a lot better than now, especially with his accuracy. What's going on with that, man? Take me through that.
Um, there's been a couple games where like I see myself like he just sometimes just can't deliver. The pressure gets too much for him. Maybe the lights are too bright. But there's times where like there's an easy throw, 25 yards down the line, he overthrows it 5 yards and it goes right into the hands of the safety. But there's some that
Yeesh.
are user error. I'm not gonna completely just throw it out there and say it's never my fault. There's user error, and where I'm like, I think it was a better read, and defense has a different plan for me.
Shit. I mean, I hear that. I mean, 3 wrecks, 111 yards by Javonte Williams. God damn, dude. you
Yeah.
you with that wheel route, my guy? Dang, even Jaeger is fucking pointed it out. He's like, damn, 3 wrecks, 111 yards. What the fuck?
No, honestly, to be fair, it was one specific play where I believe I had turned the ball over
Write this down. Write
from
this down.
him.
Write this down.
I had turned the ball over from him. I'm not gonna give my specific, but I mean, if you really watch me play, you know what it is. I turned the ball over on the 4 yard line. So
Mm,
I'm on the 4, and what does he do? What does everyone do? They're gonna try and blitz me, so they're trying to get some pressure on me to get a safety.
yeah.
Just dumped it out real quick, and he was gone for 94 yards.
Yeesh,
So
man.
that's where literally all of that came from.
God damn.
Oh wait, no, I'm lying. It says 47 yards. Where the hell did I get that? That's a different game I'm thinking of then.
Wow.
So 47 yards was the longest one I had. I'm thinking of the next game after this one. I believe after this game he had a
Mhm.
94-yard rush. I mean, pass. But
Man.
I mean, 3 wrecks for 111 yards. It's not like, you know, I was spamming streak routes for him.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that. I mean, definitely, it's 3 racks for 111 yards, but definitely, he's being effective in that pass game for you, and I can see that.
Yeah, I
Definitely see
gotta I
that.
gotta use it. I gotta use him more for that one. But I'm trying to keep it with Swift to be my air game, but it's just not working, as
I,
you can tell.
I want to give a shout out to Black Knights and Trenton Simpson, man, rookie of the year, our first year, year one. Looks like he contributed to the win as well too. 1 tackle, 1 interception, and 1 touchdown with that pick six, man. I know he likes to blitz with him too, and he's pretty dangerous off the edge. Moving over to our next game. Oh my God, bro! I finally got a fucking win, bro. The Colts versus the Sentinels, dude. 35-31. Sentinels are no joke. He's not. It took me a while to adjust to him. I told you guys in this last podcast. Made adjustments that really helped out along. Anthony Richardson was 3 for 13, 311 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. We played safe. We had one pick. That's my fault. That's what happened. Evan Hall, 12 carries, 33 yards. He stuffed my run game. I couldn't get anything going. I got a tutty, though. Gabe Davis had a breakout game, 4 recs, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Cameron Curl, someone who was on the block, possibly still on the block for the right deal. 5 tackles, 2 interceptions with a pick six. Like I said, second half defense stepped up. We got crucial interceptions, we got crucial stops, and our offense was just flowing and going. Can't say that for the previous couple weeks, but anyways,
You gotta find, you gotta get grip somewhere.
yeah, JJ McCarthy, 17 for 27. Since Murray's been suspended on some behalf of allegations, you just ain't gonna say anything. He beat his wife, but 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. We have Blake Corum, 14 carries, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. He ran pretty well. Had to shut that shit down. And Pinkinston, man, 5 recs, 123 yards, 1 touchdown. All that
Ooh,
came in the first half. Like I said, we made those adjustments, came in, and pulled out with the win, especially in a way. So it was pretty sweet. I was sweating my balls off and kind of like kind of scared for a little bit. So, but we got it.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep. Moving over to the next game, week 5. I thought this one was a pretty good, crucial one. We have the Bears, aka the Shamrocks, versus the Portland Snowhawks, which are the Saints. This one came down to the neck and to the wire at 31-28.
Mm.
Justin Fields had another clean game, like I said last show. 18 for 28, 212 yards with 1 touchdown. Derrick Henry being Derrick Henry, 18 yards, 55 yards. Not there in the yards wise, but he got the 2 touchdowns. Tyler Lockett coming in helping with 6 recs, 82 yards. TJ Edwards, 5 tackles, and 1.5 sacks. Derek Carr is being an old Derek Carr. He's getting that Derek Carr flavor, if you know what I mean. 22 for 33, 243 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. I know Snowhawks almost made it to the playoffs or did make it to the playoffs. Was there up there last year, but when do you think is the time to move off the Derek Carr and possibly find that next younger guy or another playmaker you should go out and trade? What do you think?
I'd say about 2 years ago was the best option for them at trying to get rid of Derek Carr because he is just not the answer. No
Oh
matter which
yeah,
way you slice it. I know he kind of got stuck with the shit end of the stick of having Derek Carr, but I really think he should just move on because Derek Carr really isn't the answer. Maybe someone who desperately needs a veteran quarterback as far as just for that mentor badge, the mentor thing.
trade.
Yeah, the trade, just having the mentor trade. But other than that, he really needs to go out there and seek out another quarterback. I mean, the Jets have made it abundantly clear that Zach Wilson is on the block. I feel
Yeah,
like he needs to go out and chase Zach Wilson.
yeah. And Anthony Richardson's still on the block, maybe. Just all depends on how this game goes tonight. I'm doing some new game change plans, and yeah, we're not gonna get into that. Yeah. So Kalmar had a good game too. 16 carries, 133 yards, 2 touchdowns. I don't want to take anything away from Snowhawks, but it looks like those 2 picks really hurt him. It's time to maybe to look into a new QB, or maybe just see like, okay, where am I realistically going to be in the draft? There's a few QBs in the draft that could definitely help out, or shoot, he can even go in free agency and try to go for trades. Next
Definitely.
next game going into week 5, we're gonna give a big shout out to Eurostep beating the Steelers, the Jets, Jets, Jets. I'm telling you, man, KJ Jefferson is playing like a rookie, but hoping get wins, dude. KJ Jefferson had 18 for 29, 243 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. I'm starting to see a little resemblance here with these quarterbacks lately. It's 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. I haven't seen anyone play a clean game besides just a few quarterbacks. Brees Hall coming in with a monstrous 138 yards on 17 carries. That's only 17 carries. Most backs go for 30, 20. But man, only 17. Bang, bang, bang. That is right, Eurostep. Give me a bang. But anyways, let me stop. We have Jaheim Bell. with 6 wrecks, 121 yards. And then Bryce Hall did work for the goddamn defense. 2 tackles, 1 interception, 1 sack, and 1 deflection. Dude was all over the field. But I don't want
Definitely.
to take anything away from Steelers. It's a shaky
I
year
will.
for him. I know you will. You guys are division rivals, and I mean I see it. But Cameron Ward, I know he's having quarterback issues, but it looks like this rookie's stepping up as best as he can. 12 for 24, 186 yards, 1 touchdown. He's being a game manager, playing clean ball, making sure no interceptions are happening. Can't say that for this week, but Najee Harris, 13 carries, 150 yards. I'm telling you, man, these backs are going crazy with a touchdown. Uh,
Yes, sir.
and Deontay Johnson having an okay game with a touchdown. Mika Fitzpatrick being fucking Mika Fitzpatrick, dude. Dude's a monster in Madden. 4 tackles, 1 interception, 1 deflection. It was like the ball is just magnetized. And yeah, man, Najee ran all of your defense, but at the end of the day, you came in with the win. You got to stop. You got something, man, because, bro, you
The
won by
thing is, you
six.
need to have a decent. Yes, you can rely on the run game as you can tell he does with Najee Harris
Yeah.
at 150 yards, but he really needs to get that air game working. And honestly, if I were him, if Cameron Ward's not working, I say you take him out midway and stick back in Kenny Pickett because Kenny Pickett has proven to give him results.
That's what I'm saying. Kenny Pickett brought him to the Super Bowl, but you know what? Mike Tomlin, that whole GM, that whole ownership, they're gonna figure something out. They always come up on top with at least some kind of winning record. So we'll definitely see how this goes. But so far as we know right now for Week 5, they're 2-4. The Jets are 4-2. They're looking pretty good. So going over the next game we have set up, we have a Week 5 game. I wanted to bring this up because I didn't think this game was going to be this close. We have the Albuquerque Thunderbirds versus the Paris Blues. Malik Willis looking like he can get some work done here, man. But it wasn't really on him so much. It was Keaton Mitchell who brought
God
in the win.
damn.
18 carries, 130 yards, 1 touchdown. With Xavier Ward, 4 wrecks, 54 yards. Avery Huff, 3 tackles, 1 interception, 1 sack, 1 touchdown, dude. But we can't give anything away from Thunderbirds. He hanged in there with Ski. Joe Burrow, I would like to see you have less picks. It's kind of crazy. You have a 95, you have a top 3 quarterback. You can't be throwing picks like that, man. And I get it. It's Ski. I've scouted his defense. Man, he has speed
He runs
all
a hell of a
over.
defense. He
Hell of a
runs a hell
defense,
of a defense.
man. When I'm talking about speed, I don't see any guy that doesn't have 90 speed at all on his defense. So you definitely got to bring in the speed, and I'm gonna be fucking crying today because I don't have any speed on my team. But anyways, DeAndre Hopkins, man, the old man having a good game. 4 wrecks, 144 yards, and a touchdown. Dude is not done.
Mm-hmm.
But man, kudos to the Thunderbirds keeping it close, trying to pull out the win, but yeah, fell short. What do you think?
It's all on turnovers, realistically. He doesn't have those turnovers, it's a completely different game.
And I
If he can just
agree with you on that.
if he could just figure out that his decision making, his field vision, and whatever you want to call it, if he can figure that out, I mean, throwing 418 yards and 5 touchdowns, you don't throw those 4 picks.
I'm
Those
gonna
could
tell you what
be.
it is right now. I love the dude, but it's skill issue.
I
Now,
can
now hear
believe it
me
because I
out.
played against him
Yeah.
before.
Now hear me out. I'm not being a dick. I know sometimes I could be on a tear, but the man doesn't see the field, bro. He will throw into double coverage on a drag route, on a corner route. It happens. He doesn't see it, or he even throw it to the user. If your user linebacker, he has a tendency of throwing it there, trying to test the user. It's not the best way to go. But definitely a big win for the Blues in a tight AFC South conference. I mean division, and the Thunderbirds moving downwards in the tough NFC West. Went over to our next big game of Week 6. So we're going into Week 6 now. This happened also in the weekend as well too. So we're gonna recap, and we had a monster important game. And just give it up for David, bro. Number one in my heart. Number one in everyone else's. Bro is 6-0. Beat Kari 37-27. Now, if I'm understanding right, I think Kari is majorly winning record-wise, user-wise. Is that right? From what I heard.
I do not think so.
Well, Kari, if you're in here, or Dave, if you're in here, man, speak on yourself. Definitely speak. But
Kari, I mean, David won really. I mean, David wanted that win more than Kari did, and Buccaneers have been just on a horrendous slump. And
Hmm.
some of us love to see it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's surprising, and he's obviously regretting the trade for Lamar Jackson. But like I always told him, the grass ain't always green on the other side.
You know, I would definitely say I get it that he's skidding, uh, but I think it's all a mindset thing. I know he doesn't like Lamar, but you know Lamar has had good games with him. He had a clean 5 touchdown, 0 interceptions game. He's got to figure out how to use Lamar. I get it; he's inaccurate. I hate playing Lamar unless I'm using a read option. Maybe he needs to go back to the read option. Maybe he needs to go back to playing short. But I
Do
feel
not
like
give him that kind of.
I,
Don't
I, I,
encourage that.
I get that, I know, but we're here giving the show. I got to give my honest opinion here. I got to go against you sometimes here. But I feel like Lamar Jackson could be that guy this year for him. Not to take him to the Super Bowl, but to at least get him into the playoffs. I do see him as at least a wild card team. It'd be wild to see him not go into the wild card. But notable
I think
mentions.
the sun will shine pretty brightly if he wasn't in the wild card.
I know you would love that. Notable mentions though, and I want to be out for Rookie of the Year for the NFC. Dominique Moss is a fucking cheat code, dude. I watched Kari play today against the Panthers using him. He is tall. First of all, he's like 6'5", 6'7". Dude is a fucking NBA star on the field. He's tall and he's fucking fast. So all he has to do is just lob it up and boom. So, you know, here goes your inside scoop. Fucking double team him. get a get a tall ass defender or something. Uh, but you know what? I'll also say this: David's been on a tear, dude. He's on a whole nother level. It looks like Bryce Young is fitting nicely with the Seahawks. It looks like the trade is looking like it's doing fairly well. Jeremy Chin is looking nice. 3 tackles, 1 interception, 1 deflection. Um, man, David brought up to my attention here, chat. J.K. Dobbins only rushed 22 yards, dude. Oh man, that defense is crazy. Also, be on the lookout for Dalton Kincaid. Heard he's doing pretty fucking crazy this year. Moving over to the next game we have on our mark is the LA Chargers versus the Chicago Black Knights. 20-24, Black Knights. This is why you're moving up in the rankings, dude. This is why I have you so high. You're able to come in, win games. Chargers is no joke. He's having a down year this year. It's hard to say if
Mm.
it's hard to say if he's having a down year, but I mean 2-4, he still has time to flip his season around. But I don't see it as much. I mean, what do you think about all this?
Sorry, I'm reading the chat right now, and someone's doing some mathematical equations on their side,
Oh, do we have a
and apparently the Buccaneers passed 74%,
Oh, Kari
37 attempts to 15 rushes. I don't
and
know. That's someone's doing math faster than I can.
you know what? Let's look into that after the show right now, but we'll
Definitely,
definitely
but
get into
yeah.
that. So Akari, bro, if you're listening, my guy, it ain't looking too good for you.
Anyway,
Don't
what game are
worry.
you on? Let me go ahead and catch up back up to you.
Oh, we got the LA Chargers versus the Chicago Black Knight, Week 6, my guy.
Got you, got you. Oh, it was a close one
Ooh, hold
too.
on, hold on, hold on. Breaking fucking news. Fucking Owe, the right end is now a Jet now. We have the Black Knights and the Jets trade. What's
Yes,
going on here?
sir.
Oh
Superstar left
man.
end Odafe Oweh goes to the New York Jets for a second round pick.
Wow. We're definitely gonna look into that a little bit later, but that is huge for the Jets and for that defense and just for the way they can just they're making a playoff run. They are making that playoff run. Uh, so yeah, just wanted to bring up this game real quick. Black Knights doing his thing. Uh, Man, one of the players that are on here, Odef Owe, who he just traded, 5 tackles, 3 sacks. So maybe Black Knights, you might be missing a presence there. Maybe that second round pick, but we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. So we're gonna move on to the next one. This is kind of embarrassing. I'm sorry, guys. Week 7, Austin Aviators, Indianapolis Colts. It was 33-0. I got shut down. I got
Ouch.
shut down. You can look at the stats. They don't look cute. They don't look pretty. Um, he is the sole reason why I'm changing my offense, specifically just against him.
You
We
might want to change your defense too, because it looks like Trevor Lawrence Swiss cheesed you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Three touchdowns,
he had no
zero
run
picks.
game. He had no run game. I made adjustments onto my defense this week. We're moving some corners down off the roster and moving some up. We're gonna try to do some cool little scheme stuff that I want to try out, but I don't have a lot of speed on my corners. But yeah, it's bad because Aviators have something special going on, even without Aaron. This is without Aaron Donald. But yeah, as I could say right now, Braden Smith is no longer my starting right tackle. He possibly will no longer be on the team soon. I wanted to go ahead and ship him out for cheap. So if anyone's looking for a right tackle, just to make a playoff run, or just needs a right tackle, go ahead and sign him. He's on an expiring deal. Let's talk. Hit my DMs. We can talk. So man, there's not much I can say besides Trevor Lawrence did dot me up. Trevor Lawrence had some good outside runs. I stopped Travis Etienne on the run game. He wasn't having the inside or the outside. He got one or two big run plays. That's about it. And then he did shred me with some red zone scissors. So you guys keep up on the look for that red zone scissors. But I'm just spotting everyone's secrets. But yeah, uh, I don't want to talk about this game no more. So moving over. Black Knights. We just talked about you, but the Steelers came out with a big win in Week 7. Go ahead and talk about that. Those are your two divisional rivals. Go ahead and look into that, Jay.
I'm in. I like the results. Like I know I'm. Me and Steelers have honestly. Me and Steelers are the biggest rivals in the division because like
In
I
life.
consider him more of a. I consider him more of a rival than I do the Black Knights. But the fact that he was able, he's below in the rankings right now, and the fact that he was able to topple the leading Black Knights really does bring the division a lot closer together. And it looks like Dak Prescott was the problem here with 3 interceptions. Even though he did throw for 72% and 315 yards, it still looked like that was a problem. And of course, Dalvin Cook proving to be a great addition to that team with 122 yards on only 12 carries. Kind of insane if you really think about it. Tyreek Hill still being that deep threat that
Oh,
everyone knows
yeah.
he is. 4 Rex, 151 yards. Could be specifically just throwing it up and just seeing he's going to come down with it. That's
Bro,
honestly the way I see anyone.
when I watched this game, the way he schemed him open, dude, it was crazy. Just seeing him just break open. I will give kudos to the Steelers. He caught on to that, shut that shit down when it came down to crucial time. Man, just on that last drive, I remember watching the Steelers defense came on top only solely because they had two forced fumbles. They didn't recover them, but back to back. And then there was a Callan King dude had a stunning game with 3 interceptions and
Oh, he
a
took all of them for himself?
and he it was a crucial last game winning interception that he took it to the house for six. It was ridiculous, man. I will say his time management scares me because there was like a minute and 30 seconds left in the game. He picked it, ran it for a pick six while he was up. While it was tied 2020. I questioned him and I said, why didn't you just kneel down, waste the clock, go for the field goal, ice the game there? But you know what? He came out with the win. I can't question his motives, but hopefully that doesn't bite him in the ass next time he comes down to a crunch play. So yeah, hell of a game, man. I'm telling you, AFC North,
AFC
ballers,
North
dude,
is
ballers.
proving to be the strongest division to me
Yeah,
in the league.
fucking straight ballers, dog. None of it dogs. So moving on to the next game, we have the Chargers against the Austin Steamers. Still Week 7. The score was 29 Chargers, 32 Steamers. Man, Mookie, dude. I'm going to give you a shout out, dude. You're looking good compared to last year. I know last year you got to sneak into the playoffs. You didn't really get to see a sample size. This is kind of your first full season with us. But I'm not here to, suck on old dude's tip, but you're doing pretty well here, man. You're 5-2, looking pretty nice here. Looks like you were. I can't even tell if you were fucking Seattle or not with you having fucking Geno Smith, Kenneth Walker the third, but I obviously know that you were the Washington Commanders or whatever the fuck their
That was a
name
great
is.
team flip for him, to be honest.
Yeah,
This is a whole different team.
it's looking like it's like the Commanders Seahawks right now, dude. But Geno playing Geno Ball kind of ish. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 326 yards. Kenneth Walker was huge for him, as well as Curtis Samuel, 4 receptions, 125 yards with a touchdown. Looks like the Chargers brought his groove back offensively. Maybe not defensively. He was able to stop too much, but Darius Davis, 5 recs, 105 yards. Justin Herbert again is his leading rusher. I think that's where his downfall is. Uh, he doesn't have a running back, a primary running back, and I feel like he's really built on the run than more on the pass. So I really feel like that could be his downfall. Now, Chargers, if you're listening here, man, let me know. Maybe go reach out, like for a running back, or sign a running back. But it looks like Justin Herbert's been your leading rusher for the past couple of weeks, and it doesn't look like it's working in your favor. You just need that little that little boost. Any takeaways on this
Definitely.
one?
No, you pretty much said everything pretty solid. Don't have really much as far as fact that you can't really rely on your running quarterback, especially one of being Justin Herbert, wouldn't be the one to kind of push you over. Now he did air it out pretty well. Like if you really think about it, they're both pretty solid and even as far as throwing. They threw for one same yards. They threw, 1 for 1 as far as their touchdown interception ratios. They're pretty spot on with completion percentage.
Yeah.
But it looks like just the run games will really kept Austin over the edge.
Yeah, so we'll definitely see how Chargers can pick up late in the season. Right now, we're currently in week 8, so he's got to turn things around now, or he might lose his season. Moving over to the next game, we're going to look at the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Now, Miami, if you're in here, dude, I want to give you a shout out for even having a suspension. You signed my backup quarterback from last year. I don't know why I didn't sign him back. Should have kept him. Dude's a dog, obviously. Mark McGraw. Here, let me just pull out his overall right now.
Wow.
He,
3 touchdowns,
dude,
zero
this guy's like
interceptions.
a 69 overall. I had him because he had like a 98 throw power or something. He was great. But
Out of Harvard?
yeah, out of Harbor. Man, dude is wild, dude. Just check out these fucking stats right now. Should have kept his ass. I feel like a dumbass not having him. 97 throw power. He has 76 accuracy, deep accuracy, 72 mid, 73 short. Now you think about it, you're like, ew, like what the fuck? But I think it's his traits, dude. I mean, he's a pocket. No, not even. I don't know how he's doing this. He's a pocket passer. He force passes aggressively. He has a tight spiral. He doesn't throw away, and he has a paranoid sense of pressure. So you know what? I want to say just kudos to the Dolphins. Hell of a user, dude. I know you almost got beat, but you're using a backup quarterback. Buffalo, you're looking better overall as a team. Josh Allen, you're looking a whole lot better. No, you have the 1 pick compared to the 3 touchdowns with 302 yards. You're playing better ball. James Cook looks like he's cooking. 19 carries, 135 yards with a touchdown. And Stephon Diggs, 7 recs out of 19 attempts. Seven out of 11. We need to look into that one. That's
Oh,
definitely a red
that's
flag
that's
for that
actually
one.
he spammed him.
Yeah, that's a red flag. Go ahead and mark that down, guys, and let me know. Double D, you in here? So go ahead and look into that. But overall, man, looks like Nick Chubb 8. Damn, did he spam Nick Chubb
Definitely, he
too?
left no crumbs.
23 carries, 6 recs. God damn. We'll talk that over with the admin group, but shit. It was nothing but the Nick Chubb game. What the
Oh yeah,
fuck?
yeah, it was.
God damn.
Come on, guys, I need to be better than that.
Just remember, guys, we try to want to keep it sim. I get it, some games where it's just like, hey, this one guy's working out, but try to spread the ball a little bit, change up your schemes a little bit, just get some guys open. I know sometimes it can be crucial, especially when it comes in the late in the game, but let's try to keep it as close to like non-spamming as much as we can. Yeah, I'm telling you, David, these motherfuckers wilding, bro. It's crazy. So moving over to the next game, yeah, it's a big win. It's a big win, and it's kind of a letdown on the other side's team. We have the San Antonio Orbits going against the Dublin Shamrocks. Now I was a little high. I'm on his little tail for the Shamrocks. That he's doing better than last year, but he got spanked. And this is nothing against you, but you got spanked, dude. This is your game. Take over, dog.
So I saw it as, I mean, I nearly threw perfect passer rating. 402 yards, 4 touchdowns. It was just going crazy. This is the game that I had the Javante 95 that I was
Ooh,
talking about. Look, you see that longest pass, 95
yeah.
yards. I got sacked twice, so I had a little bit of pressure on my face, but it was really just trying my best to honestly stop the Derrick Henry show. That was my prime. That was my primary target on defense, was just trying to stop Derrick Henry, 'cause I know he's such a playmaker. But Javonte Williams, 110 receiving yards, 95 of them were on one play. But it really was kind of just more towards my defense, as far as I got the new acquisition of Kalijah Cansey.
I want to say, hold
He
on.
got me.
Where's your defense, brother? Tua Tagovailoa had fucking 402 yards with 4 touchdowns. Tua
Hey,
saved the
I'm only
Rams.
as good as my defense if I'm able to stop them from scoring.
That's true. That is true. And
Because I
Justin
mean, I
Fields
can
has
I
been going
can
pretty
I can keep
crazy.
scoring, but I can't really do as much as my defense. I mean, 2 interceptions to Justin Fields. Sacked him twice, just trying to stay on top. And I mean, Tua just slanging it like he always does whenever or like he can whenever he
Just
feels
slanging
like
it,
it.
you know.
And then Javonte obviously still going off on the ground, still trying to get average about 100 yards a game. So we're just trying to figure that out. And he's a new addition to the team, so we're just trying to work around him.
Sheesh, working things out. Looks like things are working out just fine. Didn't realize things were just that fucking difficult over there in fucking San Antonio.
We have
But
our problems. We have our problems.
I want to say congratulations on the wins, Shamrocks. Dude, you have a season, dude. Your division's still open. You're still second. You got this, man. I still believe that you can definitely get into the wild card. And oh, I did that twice. Looks like we're good uh on the
On
recap
the
games.
recaps, yeah, that's
Yep.
pretty it.
So I want to go ahead and from the recaps, we want to go into the trades that we had this weekend. Starting off with the first one, we had a big trade here with the Broncos and the Riverhogs, and I believe this is the new Riverhogs user. And and I get it. Matthew Stafford's not the guy. You have a lot of aging guys, a lot of guys that you just need to get rid of contracts. It's a fresh start. This is a rebuild for sure. So the Broncos sent Brock Purdy and a 2026 this year first round pick. So it definitely helps out the Riverhogs in the long run. I could definitely see this as a rebuild. It's going to take maybe a couple years, maybe just a season. Riverhogs sent over Cam Akers, Tyler Higbee, Kobe Durant, Tutu Atwell, Matthew Stafford, Darren Kendrick, and Puka Nakua. The Broncos got a haul. Now I don't know if this is a retooling for the Broncos. They're 1-5, I believe.
I might
They
have to
only have
stop
one
you right
five.
there.
What's up?
That was a trade that was for the previous user,
Oh, okay.
and it didn't actually end up going through.
Nope, there's a trade that actually did go through. There's one that's denied, but there's one that's also accepted.
It went through in game. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's theirs. I didn't accept this. Someone else accepted this, but it's there. I thought the same thing too after when I made the graphic, but I saw that it was approved later. Yeah, right there. It's right above the denial. There's the same one right above, and it's not the previous one. He's still in here. It's Dandelion Thunderous.
Okay, because I know game it hasn't been completed in game, so that's why I'm just trying to get that out there.
Oh, it's not complete. Okay, well then there you go. Let me just go ahead and cancel that. Make me look like a
Yeah, that's
dumbass.
what I was trying to get because the previous
Shit.
user is the one that
Oh,
initiated
okay.
that trade, and then oh boy came in and they're like, you can keep it if you want, but if you don't want it, we understand he didn't want to keep it.
And none of my admins tell me shit. This is why I'm left in the dark. But nah, I love you, Jay. I'm gonna just have to cancel that
And then
trade.
I think the next one up is pretty nice. Buccaneers receiving David Bakhtiari,
Bro, how did you know I clicked that next screen, dude? We're on the same level.
same
We're on
level
the
per
same
usual.
level. But yeah, I that's huge for both teams. First of all, for the Bucks, they get a staple guy for a year or two, possibly retiring with David Bakhtiari after trading Tristan Wirfs over to the Orbits. And then for the Broncos, they get two guys, two veterans that can step in there, help get some wins, and just pass on through by with this rebuild since they still have Brock Purdy and not that whole haul that he was about to get. But I like it.
Honestly, out of that trade, I feel like the Broncos really won that trade because he's kind of getting rid of that contract, that 21 mil cap hit from an old expiring David Bakhtiari, but he's also getting the a younger left tackle in Jonah Williams he can try and work in dev, and he's getting a younger left end to bolster that D line.
Yeah, most definitely. And we know that the Broncos are a defensive team, even though they don't have PS2. But they're trying to find their identity. They're trying to get in there and see what they have to do for next year. I don't think the Broncos have a shot in the wild card. And that's nothing against the user. That's nothing against Roadrunner. It's just where the staple of the team is, how that team is playing, and just where they're at late in the season. Going over the next trade that I have here, we have the Condors and the Panthers. Again, these guys just trade. Man, not these guys, but Panthers utilize his three trades, and I think it benefits both teams. For Jalen Petrie being sent over for Frankie Louis Louis, it helps the Condors because they needed some linebacker help. You get a veteran guy in there, 83 overall, star dev, to help out on the edge, blitzing, covering down the flats. And then for the Panthers, you get a guy who pretty much fills in that hole for
Pretty
trading.
established safety, to be honest.
Pretty established safety. Covers the hole for Jeremy Chin being gone and traded. He's 26, has room to dev up, and has room to develop still. Still 4 years within. And he's a great defensive guy. He can play within the box. He can play out the box. He can cover. He can even cover running backs and tight ends. So definitely like this. I like that for Yeager is trying to come back into his season. What do you think on this?
It's a pretty solid trade overall, like value wise and the type of players that they are. I feel like it's a pretty even trade. Is one of the trades that like if I was one of the committee, it's a real easy. Yeah, both these players need them, and they really do make their defenses complete. As far as missing out Jeremy Chin, replacing him with Jalen Petrie is a pretty solid replacement. And you're right, he can cover almost anybody from there. So I feel like he'll be perfect for that spot.
Exactly. And then the last trade I have here, hopefully this one went through too, since, I mess with you guys. We have the Golden Eagles with the Aviators. This surprised me. I didn't think Aaron Donald would be on the move, but at the same time, it helps him overall for that Super Bowl run. This is literally a Super Bowl run trade. The Golden Eagles sent over A.J. Dillon, Deo. I'm not saying his last name. We have Darius Slade Jr. We have James Bradbury the fourth, and we have Elijah Brown with a 2026 third round pick to help with a little draft capital. I want to highlight Tyler. I mean, no, I want to highlight Elijah Brown. He got a superstar young 23-year-old tight end, 75 overall. That's for the future right there. I
That's
know.
something. That's something you really want to hold on to be honest. Unless he has somebody else back there that we don't know about.
Um, it's, being in trade talks with Golden Eagles, he had I think Gobert and then another guy in there. So he's pretty set on tight end. So stripping him out, helps benefit him because he got Aaron Donald on a stack Eagles fucking defense with Jalen Carter and the rest of the goons over there. And then he helped with receiver with Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool is phenomenal in Madden. I don't get it. I really don't. He's a big body receiver and he
I
has
think that's
amazing
really it.
hands,
It's just, like he's a big body.
big body, and you could just sling the rock, he'll catch it. But in the long run, Golden Eagles is pushing for a playoff push. That's what that trade seems, and the Aviators is pushing for a Super Bowl with some young talent that he got there. Definitely helps out in the backfield with AJ Dillon, a little mixture of power and elusiveness with Travis Etienne. So you don't know what you're gonna get.
Hmm.
But Darius Slay was a great addition. Obviously, helped him whip my ass. So yeah, so that was our trades for this whole weekend, guys. I want to stop in here and say subscribe. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel and you guys are watching, subscribe. The ones who have subscribed, I know I didn't do the rewards. I haven't put the rewards in Madden. Remind me who you guys are and what player you guys wanted those attributes on. Again, if you subscribe and you put on the bell icon and you guys let me know you guys subscribed, you guys will get a reward for a 75 player under overall with no physical trade to get a plus one, or I said a plus two um, attribute. So go ahead and hit me up or hit up the admins. They can do it too as well. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. We're not done yet, though. We're not done. Don't think we're just gonna like end the show right there and be like, damn, that's all we get is a recap and trades. Like that's all we get, Kamish. Like no, that's not all you get. Cause you know why? you're getting your stat leaders and standings. So I'll go ahead and I'll do the stats, and then we'll get Jay doing the standings. So for the
Sure.
stats, right now, as of right now, we have Lamar Jackson leading with 58%, 2,075 yards with 20 touchdowns. We have Trevor Lawrence with 66%, 2013 with 21 touchdowns. We have Dak Prescott. Man, Lamar and Dak on the top. That's crazy. It's like they got traded together or some shit. 68% with 2,010 yards, passing yards, with 13 touchdowns. Going over to our rushing leaders, we have Darian Baldwin with 131 attempts, 933 yards. Damn, bro, they're getting 1,000 yards already. We're in week 8. What the fuck y'all on? With 10 touchdowns. We got Tony Pollard, 247 attempts, 906 yards. God damn, 10 fucking touchdowns. Isaiah Pacheco, who is suspended, 898 yards and 9 touchdowns. You know why he's suspended? For spamming that nigga, bro. And fucking, let me not. Receiving leaders, we have Dalton
That's
Kincaid
wild. A
with
tight end.
33 recs, 785 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Bills, if you're listening, why the fuck you do that? Like, David, I love you. You know this. I'm a bigger supporter. But why, nigga? We didn't need this in the league. Fuck. But anyways, we have Christian Kirk with 28 recs, 737 yards and 7 touchdowns. We have Stephon Diggs coming in third with 39 receptions, 686 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Now we're going to get into our monster sack leaders. And of course, on top for the third year in a row is Myles Garrett with 11 sacks, 28 tackles for losses. That dude is a monster in the D tackle position. We have Michael Parsons coming in hot second with 9 sacks and 9 tackle for what? 9? We got damn motherfuckers. 10. We got Demarcus Lawrence with also 8. Looks like the Cowboys are just eating, bro, eating. And we have the interception leaders, Eric Stokes. Man, I'm telling you, the Falcons got something cooking over there, bro. 7 interceptions, 4 deflections. Dude is going crazy. We have Jalen Petrie, who we just highlighted over on the trade, looking nice for the Carolina Panthers, with 6 interceptions and 2 deflections. And you know some of that comes in with the Condors. We have James Williams, who the fuck is that guy, with 5 interceptions and 1 deflection. And then, of course, our tackle leaders. We have Jawan Bentley with 67 tackles. 47 of them are solo. That's crazy. We have Quay Walker from the Packers, 55 tackles, 46 solo. And then we have Bobby Ukiri with 73 tackles and 42 solo. So those are your top performers according to Madden as of now. Moving over to our standings, Jay.
All right, so we're going standings. Obviously, we have the reigning, defending Super Bowl
Super Bowl
champion,
champion and number 1 in my heart.
Seattle Seahawks. David going crazy, 8-0, still has yet to even get remotely close to a loss. So far, just overall domination as far as playing the great sport of football. And then we got backing up number 2, we have the Dolphins, who's he's got to be a dog. Missing 2 of his
Oh
star
man.
players. Still going 6-1 is pretty insane to me, honestly. And only loss coming at home. I mean, even away, he's still proven to be crazy. And then after that, we tied with him is also the Austin Aviators. Again, another top 5 team going crazy in AFC South.
Let's fuck that guy up.
AFC South is AFC South is becoming is trying to become a prominent division,
We trying.
but very trying their hardest. You got Blues coming up, but Aviators right now is proven to be the leader out of all 4 of them. Next up, we have the Black Knights tied at
Isn't that your
4.
daddy?
We're tied right now. Keep quiet. He's sitting at 6-2. He has his 2 losses come like not that bad. They're on the road, but at home he's proven to be undefeated.
Yeah.
Then we got the Oakland Desperados going at 5-2.
Cheater.
Condors 5-2, picking himself up, trying to get that C.J. Stroud back ball. Or how do you say it? The
Is
C.J. Stroud
CJ
ball.
Stroudy? He's trying to get that
Trying to get his
Stroudy back
yes
on.
sir. Austin Steamers new user coming in, absolutely doing just outplaying, just doing his best as he can. 5-2, solid for someone who just came in, and keep it up, man. You got a good spot in this league if you keep that up. Then we got the San Antonio orbits, me sitting at 6-2. Trying, what I'm saying, figuring a couple things out, trade a couple big pieces, but still
I don't
work
know what the
making it
fuck there's
work.
to figure out, nigga. You only lost 2 games. Still don't get
It's,
that shit.
I mean, the 2 games I lost has happened to be to the goddamn leader of my division. It really
Mm.
hurts.
Yo, daddy, son.
Don't worry, playoffs comes around. Most likely I'm gonna play him. I'll give him my get back. Don't worry. Then we got at number 9 the Austin Blues, sitting at 4-2, coming up on that Austin Aviators. If he can catch him with a loss, he could probably go and take the first spot. Chaplin and the Green Bay Packers 5-2.
Riley Reed.
Riley Reid proven to be that guy. He's had a couple little iffy games, but he's proven that it's his spot. It's his team. He's gonna run it. He's gonna call however he feels like it.
What you mean I don't know how to get to the QB? Hold on. I'm sorry. What you mean, nigga? Look, bro. I'm telling you, Kitty Payne is an X factor because he got to the quarterback 13 times the last 2 seasons. But anyways, so I'm sorry. I saw a comment. It's triggered me a little bit.
Then we got the New York Jets 4-2. He's trying to make himself a playoff push. He's making moves on his team. He's trying to figure things out. Then we got Snowhawks, and it just goes down from there. Buccaneers leading passer, but you could tell his problems lie in his turnover rate.
Whew.
Interceptions going crazy with Lamar Jackson. He can figure that out. He's a top 10 team for sure.
No stuff.
Cowboys sitting at 3-3. Kind of shocking considering the user that Zeke is, but
His last 2 games were simmed. It's been scheduling conflicts, so I don't really want to take a too big dip on that. But
yeah, definitely for sure. Shamrocks, Bengals, Falcons all tied. Bengals and Falcons doing way better than they did last year. Bengals he really needs to figure things out. He's a terrible team, terrible owner. But I mean, if he can figure how to run his team right, then he has no problem getting, because he has the tools for it. I see his offense. He has the tools for it.
and you know what? For having that record, he still has like 3 of his main guys out for suspension, so could be different.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, he gets those guys back. Completely different story. Um, Colts sitting at 3-3. We all know how it goes. I mean,
You
you
know
just turn your
what?
things around. You figuring out your quarterback,
We figuring shit out. All right, with
whether
mid-season
you
slump.
want him, whether you want him for the future or not. You want a shot at the playoffs, you need to catch up to at least, you got to catch up to Paris at least.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers 3-5, not playing his best ball this year at all. People compare it to user error, who knows? But
Pissed
he
out
is
his
running with a
leg.
rookie quarterback. He's got a rookie quarterback playing, dealing with all these new linebackers, and just the pressure's on for him. And I'm pretty sure he has piss running down his leg, sitting in the pocket. So user needs to do something, because also it is user error.
Shout out to
I
the
said it once.
Bulls.
Bulls 4-4,
Hey,
solid.
the new guy got his first win. Shout out
He
to
got
the
his first win,
Dimes.
really?
Yeah, he
Yes,
made his
sir.
team
Good
either.
job. I mean, you got a lot going on with that team over there in Honolulu,
A
but
lot of promise.
yeah, a lot of promise going on. And then from there, it's just a bunch of just dog shit.
Nobody's. Yeah, it's just,
Except for, I mean, Detroit sitting at 25, 2-6,
mm.
missing 3 big pieces at Caleb Williams, DJ Shark, and Brian Burns.
You know,
Lost all of them within the span of 2 weeks.
I would say I still give kudos to him because he's still within these games, dude. His backup quarterback, whoever he is, I can't
And then
remember his
Hooker, I
name.
think he's
Yes,
using.
with Hendon Hooker, he's still balling with him. It's not the same without Caleb Williams, but I'll definitely give kudos to Hooker for keeping him within the game, for keeping him competitive, for keeping him wanting to at least think he can at least make some kind of run. Because I believe Caleb comes back within the next 2 weeks.
Caleb comes back
So
next week.
yeah, so he comes back next week.
He comes
Hopefully,
back with DJ Chark, and he just got Brian Burns back this week. So I feel
yeah.
like the way he's been running with Hendon Hooker, I've put Caleb Williams in that. I mean, that's his franchise quarterback, how young he is and everything. So you put him back in that position, he's a playoff team for sure.
Most stuff.
And everyone after that is just really nobodies. But shout out my boy
He
Houston
got his
Oilers getting his
first
first win.
win. Let's
They got his first
fucking
win
get
against the
it,
Shamrocks.
man. Um, that's our boy, man. We're not trying to be biased or anything, but we've been waiting for this.
Yeah, boy getting the first win. He's figuring it out. Got to get that quarterback under control. But everything under that, he really has a team out there. He can
Oh
figure it out.
shit, we're horrible reporters, dude. It was Spencer Rattler who was quarterbacking for Lions. But
He did tell
anyway,
me that the other day. I forgot.
anyway, he's balling, bro. So a
No
lot
matter
going on
what,
now.
he's getting it done.
I'm
He
giving you
really is out there getting
kudos.
it
So
done.
shut up and sit back.
Don't make me talk about how trash he is.
Yeah, but guys, that was your guys' stat leaders, your standings according to right now. We went over the trades. We went over the key recap. We went over the key game recap over the weekend while we were gone. So you know what's next. You guys know what you guys been waiting for. You guys thrive for this shit. You guys like to see where we have you ranked.
And our power ranking.
And here they go. Not too much craziness, but
There's a lot of people stay in the same spots. A lot of people moved up. A few people moved down.
I want to give a notable shout out to the Bulls. Big changers, man. Moved up 8 spots. You're at 21 now. Shamrocks is sliding a little bit. He was at 16 last week, sliding down a little bit. We have Steelers at the same. We have Colts here at the same. Um, I'm at the bottom end of the tied 3-3 teams. We haven't figured shit out. We're working on that. I want to look at the top 10, man. Top 10 has been consistent almost, with the top three not changing at all. Of course, Seahawks undefeated, Super Bowl champ. We all get it. You guys all been hearing it. You guys are all tired of it. You guys want to beat his ass, and
You want to stop hearing this man glaze? Go ahead, take him out.
that's
That's
what
all
I'm
you got to
saying.
do.
I'm gonna keep glazing till y'all stop him. It's like when Tim Tebow was with the Broncos and they said Tebow. Whoa. But anyways, you guys might be too young for that. Anyways, we have the Dolphins at 3. Dude's being stellar with the squad that he has and the backups that he has due to suspension. Black Knights, solely, he's at 4 for the way he's playing and for beating playoff caliber teams within his division. I know he lost against the Steelers. The Steelers aren't that too big right now, but I get it. But he also came back, bounced back, beat the Orbits. So that was also another win, which kept them in that 4th spot. Desperados, we moved up to 1 because Condors did lose, which then bounced back up the Orbits. Orbits is almost there, cracking top 5, and I know, Jay, I know you've been just dying to fucking crack
I'm trying to hit top
top
5.
5. Top 5. We got Steamers moving up. We have the Jets moving up 4 spots, cracking the top 10 again. Eurostep,
Passing the
dude.
Green Bay Packers go
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, El Chaplin, dude. It's nothing against you. It's just some of the couple losses that you've took. We want to see you play against some playoff teams. I like to definitely see you get some bigger wins. So we're definitely looking into that.
He's got the reign defending champion as his next game.
Ooh, rematch of the
Yeah,
AFC
he
of the
got
NFC Championship game.
yes sir. He has David and the Seahawks his next game, so we'll see exactly if Seahawks is really that guy or if
Or is he?
Chaplin can knock him down a pair.
Yeah, and if Chaplin loses, he gets knocked out the top 10 again. Just came back in. We have Ski still right outside the top 10 and 11. I just didn't feel right after you had a bye week to bump you up. I know you got a couple wins. I think 11 fits right now. Zeke, I didn't want to move you too down out of the top 10. I know the Sims aren't your fault. Scheduling, we got to get that worked out. Snowhawks has took a couple losses since being in the top 10. I thought he was going to ball out and do something crazy, but, lost some crucial games. So we went down 5 spots. Kari moving up just because on some wins. This is before he took his loss today against the Panthers. We're not taking any of the games today that happened into consideration for this power ranking. Falcons stay at 15. I just like where overall the team is at. Just needs to fix some minor mistakes, learn how to get over the hump, and I feel like he could definitely start moving up in the rankings. Golden Eagles, man. I want to say congrats to you, Unk, because you started off in our power rankings week 1 at 25 and shooting up all the way to 16. Your team is flowing. Your team is going. Jalen Hurts and that defense can only take you so far. Just like in real life, they can only take you so far until the push snaps. But kudos to you. Keep rising up. I definitely see you can be a wild card team. Possibly, just due to the sim wise, maybe you can take the NFC East. But I don't think Zeke will let that happen. But who knows? We'll see. Steelers, you say 17 after losing crucial games. I know you won some games, but you just fell right at 17. You're trying to figure things out. You definitely have that playoff caliber-esque hype thing, but with big mistakes down the road, we may see you slide.
Definitely.
Shamrocks, you lost a couple games. You slide into 18. Bengals winning, shooting up to 2. Of course, I said at 20. We have the Bulls. We talked about them. Sentinels only move up because the rest of the teams are 2 and 5. Panthers move up with the win. We have Lions. I don't want to move them, slide them too much further than 6. They're without a couple key players. They get him back next week. He'll definitely shoot up. And then the rest of the guys, you can see we're subpar. They're either going to be rebuilds. They're not getting things together. They need to go trade out, sell their team. No, when I mean sell team, I don't mean by like, oh my god, like fucking quit, but like sell players, key players, build up draft capital, think about the future, and yeah. You have anything about the power rankings, Jay?
No, I'm not gonna lie, you're pretty spot on. Like a lot of those takes were real, and remember, y'all don't like where y'all at. Stop fucking sucking.
That's
Just
what
get.
I forgot to say. If you don't like where the fuck you are at, play better. Do something about it. Make me change my mind, man. Make me change my mind. But it's okay because y'all sometimes might not just be up to par with some shit. And it looks like I completely skipped a segment and went straight into power rankings. But you know what? We're just going off the vibes here, boys. We're going off the vibes. And you guys know how I get for player of the fucking week. Y'all know I'm hype about this shit because we have the AFC offense, and I want to give a shout out to Eurostep, bro. KJ Jefferson, 22 for 29, 272 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I wanted to highlight the rookie. A big win, no interceptions. Dude has been balling. I didn't think the pick was going to work out when he first got him, but Eurostep is showing me differently, and I might be riding this KJ Jefferson train till it dies. What do
Yeah,
you?
you have been riding that train pretty hard.
I mean, he's been proven otherwise. Not. I mean, should I be a hater? Should like, oh, he's only a running back. He's like Lamar Jackson. Like, nah, dude is playing great for a rookie. Definitely feel like he might win Rookie of the Year. Moving over to our AFC defense, and we shitted on Condors in our second show about this guy, Eddie fucking Jackson. It was a shitty contract, but it's looking like we took it's working out for him, man. 6 tackles and 2 interceptions. Eddie Jackson is balling for the Condors. Hopefully he can be that piece to just help him keep bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up. Again, looks like we're eating our words.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
looking
hey,
dumb
but
as
I like,
shit.
I like, I like being proven wrong. I really do.
Most
Like,
definitely.
if I don't think you got a good player and you prove to be, hey, this is actually a great player, then that's all I like. Makes you more
Man,
competitive.
I love it, man. Love a little underdog. And, Eddie Jackson is a well established veteran and making his presence known, especially without Jalen Petrie being there and what used to be Houston Texans. We have the NFC offensive player. Look, the graphic isn't like the best. I got to talk to Unc about this, but we going to get this worked out. I get them for free. So y'all say some shit, y'all going to deal with Unc, not me.
I get them free.
We have CD fucking Lamb. I get it. Oh my god, it was simmed. Why is he player of the week? Because no one else came fucking close to this. He had 8 receptions, 151 yards, 135 rushing yards. Unc, where'd you get that from, bro? We gonna work this out. It's definitely 151 recs, not the rushing, and he had 2 total touchdowns. But CD Lamb balled. I know it's a CPU. I know it's Sim, but I still want to give recognition out because no one else came kind of close to that on the NFC side. NFC defense, we have Akeem Davis Gaithers. I feel like we talked about this guy last show.
We actually did.
Man, I'm telling you, man, it happened again. I talked about Noah Sewell. He showed up as player of the week next week, balling out. I talked about Akeem Davis. Akeem Davis, and now he's on the show. Dude is balling, man. 2 tackles, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns. Those are both pick sixes. Looks like Jaegers is figuring out that defense and figuring out that offense when Quinn Ewers. I just want to give kudos to that. So, guys, with that all being fucking said, we're at the end of our show. Again, I want you guys to hit that like button, hit the notification button, and subscribe. You guys get a reward. And I want to just say, guys, thank you for coming to the show. And I definitely want to give one more thing to you guys, and this is going to be kind of different. We're going to look into future matchups for next week and what we're looking at potentially for game of the week. So, Jay, you got this one, buddy.
Oh, Chinga, I forgot to. I gotta bring it up. You tell me our possible game of the
Future,
week for next week?
yeah, for next week we're looking into week 10. We already set week
Week
9.
10, yes,
So
sir. All right. Let me go ahead and bring this here up, son.
man,
Okay, so week 9,
Desperados Packers. Sheesh.
that'd be a pretty solid lineup, to be honest. I can see that. Oh, shit, that
What
actually
do you
might be.
guys want to see? What do you guys want to see? Look in the week 10 schedule. Talk and chat. What do you guys want to see?
Yeah, because honestly, we're looking at Desperados Packers. That has the best setup because
I don't know,
Jets
man.
Bengals is and
It,
Detroit Oilers. I mean, I like seeing them go head to head, but I mean, they're both bottom division right now. So
yeah.
and
I mean, I see Steelers in orbits here, man. It's been a minute
Steelers, I
since
mean,
y'all.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I've been talking my trash. I called him a fraud last week. I proved it this week, and I got him again next week.
Man,
So,
it's crazy. Tell me what you guys want to see, and we'll definitely do it. But we're leaning towards either of those two games. So we can have two game of the weeks. We could do a
oh,
manual
we haven't done a
vote.
doubleheader in a
We have a
while.
double header in a while. Maybe we need to crack that bad boy back out. But yeah, so this is what we want to do future wise. We want to look into the schedule coming up to the next matchups. They just look nice. They look good. We want you guys' inputs. It's a great season. The league is growing so well. Look, I didn't want to put Packers and Seahawks in game of the week, week 9, because I feel like I've been putting you guys as game of the week too much. And I want other teams to get some highlights. I know. I'm just trying to be fair all around the block. But I got you next time, baby girl, because you number one in my heart. So you know how to change my mind, David. I got you. But I can't do that now. But guys, thank you very much for showing up. Uh, I'm gonna get better at the weekly spread stuff. Make sure I posting that stuff. I slack this weekend. I was really busy. Our other admin who does it as well too, Steelers. He was busy. He graduated from college. To go ahead and congratulate him. That happened this weekend. Shout him out. Let him know that he's loved. And just let him know that we're all here. But you know what? Guys, this is the fucking Boomcast. You guys are the Boomcasters. I'm fucking Kamish.
Got the Orbis J over here.
And guys, we are motherfucking out.